Hi guys, it's Maureen here, Maureen Sharphouse, and yeah, welcome to Tonight Live at 5. It's really quite strange because I've had the weekend off work. It's bank holiday weekend here in the UK. The sun is absolutely streaming in. We have had an amazing day today and yesterday. And I haven't actually been in my office since Thursday. So it's really strange. I'll kind of come into my office from having a weekend off to nourish and feed my soul and my spirit. And I've been out in the garden and I've come in from the sunshine in the garden simply to do the Live at 5 with you. So it's bank holiday weekend. I don't know how many of you may be around to come in live, but if you are here, then please just let me know you're here. Let me know you can hear me. Let me know you can see me. Say hi, stick a comment in the box below, just to let me know that everything at a technical level is working okay. And again, you know, this weekend has really made me realize, you know, really brought into my awareness just how lucky I am to do a job I love, to work from an office at home, to be able to really take ownership of my own diary, my own hours, and to really have just, you know, this weekend been able just to step back and say, actually, I need to take some time here to nourish and feed me at a deep spiritual and soul level. I'm really just taking time to be out in the garden and watch the birds and the squirrels and the woodpeckers and the views of the loch where I live. And, you know, it's really brought into my awareness this weekend just how blessed I am to be in this place. But it also, you know, it's actually, I was having a conversation with a potential new client last week. And they're not in a particularly good place. And they actually said to me, well, it's all right for you because you have a job you love. You have a nice home. You have, you know, a country style living. You have X, Y, and Z. It's all right for you. Now, what I want to say to you is absolutely, I am blessed and I am very aware of how blessed I am to be in this place. But I am here because I have taken ownership of my life and created this lifestyle in true alignment with who I am at a deep internal level. You know, my life has not always been like this. You know, I have done jobs that I've not particularly liked. I have worked long hours. I've had financial debts. I've had a failed marriage behind me. I've had so many different things in the past that, you know, it's when people say, oh, you don't really know what it's like because it's all right for you. You've a job you love and you've got hours that you know, that flexible lifestyle and that nice lifestyle. But I would say, well, yes, but it's actually because I chose to create change and I chose to put value on me and value on my life and to really create a life that I loved. And to me, you know, that is something that each and every one of us has an ability to do and actually really deserves to do. And that kind of leads me into what I want to talk today about Live at 5. And it really is about the difference that makes the difference between settling for a life that feels second best or a compromise or feels really difficult and a real challenge and a real resistance or a real fight all the time, or living a life that really feels good and is in alignment with yourself. And to me, you know, it comes down to three key areas initially that to me that make the difference, that makes the difference. And that's really what I want to talk to you about today. And I've just seen a little heart fly up, so I know I have company. So whoever is watching, welcome, whether you from the UK or wherever, very, very welcome. I know it's bank holiday here in the UK and a lot of people are perhaps out having time with families. So thank you for taking the time to be here. And obviously, if you're watching the replay, please put your comments in the box. I will respond to every single comment that is left. And so we're going to be talking about the difference that makes the difference between settling for a life that feels second best or some form of compromise and living a life that feels really good, and living that life that you love, and that taking that real ownership. And I say, if you don't know who I am, if you're not familiar, if this is maybe the first time you've come across me on Facebook, my name is Maureen Sharphouse. I'm a life coach and mentor. I'm an NLP master practitioner. I'm also trained in hypnosis, trained in a wide variety of areas of coaching: business coaching, life coaching, career coaching, relationship coaching, success, mindset, a wide range of coaching. Really settle, I really see my niche as life, living your best life, the real you, being the real you in the real world, living your best life with whatever challenges life brings you. You can still be the authentic true you and live a really rewarding and full life. So let's get on with tonight's topic, the difference that makes a difference. And as I said to you, it's not always been like this for me. I've been a life coach now for, this is I think my 9th year. And yes, really blessed to do a job I love. However, as I said before, it's not always been like that. So to me, I have been in the position where life has felt a bit like second best, that I have put others' happiness is more important than my own. And yeah, been in a lot of challenges, and have, several things behind me, failed marriage, and did have a lot of debts, and yeah, had, a lot of things that really needed turned around. And tonight, it's really, what is it? Because I'm often asked, well, what is it that has made the difference to me, that has allowed me to turn my life around to the extent that I have, and to live a life with a smile on my face, despite the challenges that I still go through with my physical health. And I really want to talk about 3 key things tonight. And the first one is, you really need to see the preciousness of life. Now, that was really brought home to me by the death of my own father. My own father died at the age of 59. Now, I'm actually already older than that. I'm going to be 62 this year. So I'm actually now older than I was when my own father died. My father had, for the last few years of his life, my recollection is he constantly talked about when I retire. He had everything planned to retire at the age of 60 years old. When I retire, I'm going to do X, I'm going to do Y. When I retire, I'm going to be taking your mum on holidays. When I retire, I'm going to be building dolls' houses down the garden shed. When I retire. And he had everything planned to retire at the age of 60. He had his finances all worked out. He had absolutely, that is what he'd been working towards, this retirement at the age of 60. And he got cancer at the age of 59. And within several months, he was no longer with us. And he never, ever reached retirement age, and never, ever saw the retirement which he had envisaged and worked towards so hard for so much of his life. Now, his final words to me were that life is precious, that life is short, and that we must make the most of each and every day, for we never know when life is going to be taken from us and we're going to be called home. And that really has sat with me for all these years, because he died back in 1991. And those words of, life is precious, life is short. None of us know when our time has come up on this earth. And I think that's something that you really need to take on board, that if you are living a life that feels slightly second best to you, or a compromise, and you are not truly happy, and you're not living a life in true alignment with who you truly are, then you need to remind yourself that life is short, it's unpredictable, that none of us know how long we have on this earth. And I think, that is number one key thing you need to take on board. You need to start seeing the preciousness of life, the preciousness of each and every day, and the gift that is in the day that you have. And for every single day you are living, we are probably taking a day off our time on this earth. So you owe it to yourself to live your best life. And you know, it's one of the exercises I often do with clients is I get them to look towards the end of their days. You know, I actually get them to imagine being at the end of their days and, you know, literally looking back on their lives and actually just looking back on their lives and seeing what their older self at that stage would like to be saying to their younger self now. And really, you know, looking at life and thinking, yeah, have I lived my best life? Have I been happy? Have I lived a life true to me? Or have I lived a life that's felt second best in some shape or form? And it's a really good exercise, you know, to go to the end of your days. Really envisage, you know, being on your last 48 hours on this earth, or even being at your own funeral. And it sounds quite morbid, but, you know, imagine being at your own funeral and imagine hearing what people are saying about you. What would you want them to be saying? Would you want them to be saying that, wow, you're an amazing person who lived a life to the fullest? Yeah? Because that is a choice that you have now to make. So to me, if you're in this place when your life is feeling not where it would really you would like it, where you're feeling that you're not truly happy, you don't have the contentment that you want, you're feeling in some shape or form it's second best at the moment, then you need to step up and see the preciousness of life and recognize that life is short, life is unpredictable, that if we live a life of when and if, when I retire, when I meet Mr. Right or Miss Right, I'm going to be happy. When I retire, I'm going to do X, Y, Z. If and when this happens, then I'll make the change. That actually, those when and ifs may never happen. And you are stopping yourself being happy in the now. Because the now is the only place, the only real place that real life is. And this is the life, you know, this moment you are in right here, right now, is the moment that is life, is real life, and that you need to live. And if it feels somewhat second best to you, then you really need to look within. And you need to say, well, actually, what is it that's making it feel like this? What is it that's making my life feel in some shape or form second best? And very often it's because our heart and our head aren't in alignment. You know, we're doing things because our head tells us it's the practical thing to do. It's expected of us. It's, you know, we are putting others first a lot of the time. We're trying to look good in other people's eyes. You know, we're trying to provide, you know, it's like being the best mum, being the best boss, being the best at work, being the best XYZ in other people's eyes. Or doing things because you know you have bills to pay. You feel it's what you ought to do, you should do, you're expected to do. But actually, if these things are not things that your heart is in alignment with and not being true to you, then it's going to feel a bit like a pebble in a shoe. You know, that you're going for a walk and there's this pebble in a shoe that just keeps aggravating away and is stopping you fully enjoying the journey. And you have to stop and you have to say, well, what is this pebble in the shoe all about? Because there is a way that you can be in true alignment with who you are, with your heart and head all in alignment, and live your best life. And it comes down to your self-awareness of what is it, you know, what is it, what am I doing here that is actually stopping or blocking me just living my life with ease and grace and being in full alignment with who I truly am and being happy. Now I'm just going to stop for a minute and just quickly glance over. There's a couple of comments there. Okay, we have Lynn watching. Welcome. Welcome, it's good to know you're there. And yeah, I'm loving the heart eyes. Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah, it's what you're working on just now. And yeah, it is about that real look at your heart and your head. And you want them both to be going in the same direction. Because, you know, the head will give you all the practical reasons. It'll tell you, you know, yes, you know, I need X amount of money to do this and it's going to help me pay the bills, or it's good for my personal development. And yeah, you know, the head will kick in with all those practical reasons. But if your heart is saying something else, then you have to listen. You really do have to listen, because your heart is the bit and your gut is the bit that really knows you. And a lot of people think that they're being really selfish when they put themselves and their needs first. And actually, you're not being selfish at all. You're actually honouring the truth of you and the truth within you. So yeah, it is something that does take work, and it does take courage sometimes, and it does take a real awareness of being aware that, do you know what? Life is precious. Life is unpredictable. None of us know how long we've got on this earth. Therefore, I owe it to myself to live my best life. You know, this is my shot. This is my time to live my best life. And if I live a life where I am happy, or if I live a life where I'm miserable, well, actually, that's your choice. That's in your ownership to be able to do. And if you're not happy, you need to take the steps to turn those things around. So I think the first difference that makes a difference is seeing the preciousness of life and being very aware that life is short, and to think that everything always happens to other people. You need to park that, because things happen to our loved ones and to ourselves at times too. You know, it's all very easy to think, oh, I'm never going to get that illness, or I'm never going to be made redundant, or I'm never going to have a failed marriage behind me. You know, that happens to other people. Sometimes they happen to us. And I think you need to be aware of that we are human. Each and every one of us is human with emotions. We can all make mistakes. We can always do things, you know, that our head and heart are out of alignment. And so we need to step up and see the preciousness of life and think, do I want to get to the end of my days and go, wow, I'm glad I did, and I lived a great life? Or look back with some regret and go, do you know what? I wish I'd made more. So that's the first thing that I would say to you. It's going to make the difference. It makes a difference. The next one is, I think you need to believe in the possibility that you can have something better than you already have. So if you are not truly happy with your life, and your life feels in some shape or form second best or a compromise, you need to open your mind to the possibility that you can have something different. You can have something that feels much better. Because without belief in possibility, you're denying yourself of hope. And when you don't have hope, you are not going to take the action or the inspired action to make things happen. So to me, you need to open your mind to the possibility that actually you can have something very different for yourself. You can have a life you love. You can have a life where you feel truly happy. And you need to allow your mind to see that as a possibility. And again, allow that to happen by opening your mind, by envisioning, by seeing in your mind yourself with a big smile on your face, yourself living a life you love. Allow that possibility to enter your mind. Because to me, that's one of the biggest things that keep people stuck in life. It's that lack of possibility, that belief that actually this is the way life is. We can't have any different. This is just the way it is for me. Happiness is for other people. Well, no. Happiness is for each and every one of us, and that includes you. So you have to open your mind to the possibility you can have it. And visualize yourself happy and living a life you love. And as soon as you allow that possibility to enter your mind, you will find your subconscious will start looking for how to make it happen. You will fire hope in you. And when you fire hope in you, you start building hunger. You start building a hunger for the life that you want. And when you have that hunger, it builds into desire, and that will lead you to take action. So that hope will lead to that hunger, that desire, and then to take the action to make us take the steps to make that life happen. And you know, the wonderful thing about our futures in our life is they happen one moment at a time. That's all we have to worry about is the moment we're in now. It happens one moment at a time. So one step at a time is all we really have to really be worried about. And I think, you know, it's about just seeing, believing the possibility. This is where I'm going. I'm stepping into a life in alignment with me, truly happy, a life that I love. Believe in the possibility that it's there and you can have it. Fire that hope, fire that hunger, fire that desire. And be very, very open, because when you take the steps and play your part in life to make it happen, it's my belief the universe responds. And opportunities will come your way, synchronicities will come your way, and you need to be really open. You know, we want that in life. You know, we really need that lovely mix, that blend, that marriage, that harmony of the masculine energy, of the focus and making things happen and taking the action and knowing where we're going. But also that sitting back, that feminine energy of allowing things to happen, of in receiving mode, of really being open to opportunities and acknowledging everything that's around us. Because if we get too much in focus driven mode, you know, we end up like a racehorse with blinkers on that's just kind of set on where we're going. And actually we get so focused on where we're going that we miss out on the beauty all around us and the opportunities that are presenting to us all the time. You know, because it's actually my belief that in life, the universe gives us everything we need. It gives us everything we need in the circumstances and the lessons we need to learn and the situations that come our way. And sometimes what we need sometimes come about through difficult or challenging circumstances. But it's my belief it's our job to decide what we want. So I think the universe will give us what we need, but we need to play our part and get very clear on who we are and what we want out of life and what is in alignment with our true authentic selves. And when we play our part, the universe does respond, and it's really listening and being aware and taking inspired action and acting on those little hunches and those little intuitive kicks you get. So yeah, so we've got, you know, so far the differences that make the difference are really that seeing the preciousness of life. So recognizing that life is short, life is precious, and seeing each day as a gift and really making the most of it by fully embracing each and every day. The next one to me is about that belief in possibility, that you can have something better, different, the life that you want. You know, and not being so shut off to say, well, actually, this is the way it is for me. Happiness is for everyone else. And, you know, you can either move forwards out of fear of having a bleak future. So you're either going to go with fear and resistance of fighting a bleak future, or you're going to move forward with value and love of yourself and seeing that you deserve to live your best life. And that's a really different way of living life. You know, because you're either going to be frightened of living a life that looks kind of bleak to you if you're in a place that doesn't feel great just now. And that's going to be a driving and a, you know, a fearful and a resistance thing. And you're always going to be battling up against something. Or you need to live your life out of love for yourself and value for yourself and value for life. And there is a big, big difference as to how you move forward. You either live through that, you know, the fight and resistance and the drive thing, or you live with that value and love yourself and move forward with ease and grace a step at a time, with an enthusiasm for life and a joy for life. I don't know if that's resonating with you, what I say, but if it is, you know, stick a comment in the box and just let me know that that really is resonating with you. Yeah, you know, because I say it's certainly something for me that was a key thing. You know, if I go back to 2002, November 2002, and a very bleak November morning, that is the day where I stepped into a place of believing in the possibility of something different for myself. And at that stage, you know, I was severely disabled in a wheelchair, relying on carers to come in and bath and dress me. Spent most of my days in my own front room, surrounded by the same four walls all the time, and told to accept where I was. And I envisaged 30, 40 more years of the same. And that was where I was, you know, it was that place of, you know, it's what on earth did I do? Enough is enough. I am looking at a bleak future here. But instead of taking the steps to move forward out of that fear of the bleak future, which actually felt like a real fight and a real battle, and where on earth do I start? I had to move forward from a different place of a love for me. And that really takes us into what I see as kind of the third difference that makes a difference between living a life that feels second best or living a life that you love. And that is that you need to step into a deserving place. You need to see that you deserve to be happy. You deserve to live a life you love. You deserve to have success, whatever success means to you on your terms. You deserve to have peace. You deserve to feel content. You deserve to live a life in true alignment with who you are, that brings you joy, that makes you happy, and that allows you to get to the end of your days going, do you know what? I've lived an amazing life. And I move on now with just sheer, that real feeling of fulfillment and rewarding feelings from the life I've lived. And that stepping into that deserving place, to me, is one of the biggest things that makes the difference with my clients. And that really, what I do a lot of the time when I with coaching new clients, I start off with a VIP, what I call a VIP half day or full day. And I actually hold these days at quite an exclusive country location, a beautiful, beautiful big mansion house down a big long tree line drive, full of antiques, beautiful place. And to me, it's like, I want my clients to step up to see that they deserve the better life than they have now. Because most of the time when people come to me, it's because they want to create some change. There is some pebble in their shoe, as I call it. There's something that doesn't feel right for them, that doesn't allow them to live their life in full alignment and feel true happiness and true joy and true contentment. And we need to look at that and see what it is. But we need them to step into a deserving place of saying they deserve it. They deserve to live their best life. And so to me, those VIP half days are just an amazing way of people stepping out of their normal routines, stepping into something which just makes you feel so valued and so rewarded. And to me, it's about making my clients suddenly feel valued and taking them into a location where, the surroundings are beautiful. There's trees, there's hills, there's beautiful countryside, there's nature. We sit and we have tea and we have lunch together, and it's that stepping into a deserving place. And they're so brilliant, those days, because I always think, my clients walk in as one person and they leave as someone completely different. They leave with a completely different spring in their step. They leave standing almost a foot taller. And what the difference is, they have stepped into a deserving place. They've suddenly gone, I deserve to be happy. I deserve to be loved. I deserve to live my best life. And I think, the difficult thing about doing that sometimes is we feel a bit selfish about it, because very often, we live our lives and we put other people before ourselves. And, I have done that as well, a good bit of my life. It's always about, you love your family, your friends, your colleagues. You're putting them before their needs and their happiness before your own a lot of the time. So you're trying to do the best for your children. You're trying to do the best for your husband or your wife or your mother or your brothers or your colleagues and your friends and acquaintances. A lot of the things you do are maybe not things that particularly are feeling great for you, but you do it for other people. Now, there is absolutely nothing wrong with wanting to help other people. It's an amazing thing, and it's how I live my life, and I love being of service to other people. But there is a massive difference between being of service and sacrifice. And if you are sacrificing your own happiness because of putting others before you, then you really need to look at what you're doing. Because to me, you can have both. You can actually, really serve yourself well as others. And you need to see the value in you, because actually, when you're happy, you're giving off your best self. You are actually giving off that amazing positive energy to others. And it's a win-win situation all around. So to me, it's step into that deserving place. Because, the only thing that is really genuinely going to make you feel worthy is actually believing and feeling worthiness for yourself. Because all the while we put it on external, it's all too easy to go, to try and look good in other people's eyes. It's all too good to try and, rely on external validation really of our own self-worth. We try to do the best job at work. We try to be the best X, Y, and Z. But actually, that's all looking for external validation of our own self-worth. And actually, that is external. That's like sticking a Band-Aid, a plaster on you. Because if you don't feel good about yourself on the inside, and you are not living a life in true alignment with who you are, then you are not going to feel truly, truly worthy. So yeah, so I hope what I'm saying makes sense. Please stick a comment in the box. Let me know that this is resonating with you. And any comments, any questions, please pop them in. I'm very happy to answer them. But again, it's about that preciousness of life. Life is short. Make the most of each day. It's unpredictable. We don't know how long we've got on this earth. Again, thinking towards the end of your days or even your own funeral, and really imagining that, and imagining hearing what people are saying about you. And then really think, actually, is that what you want to be hearing? What would your older self be saying to your younger self now? What changes do you want to make to be in alignment to yourself? So that at the end of your days, you leave this earth really feeling you've had and lived a really rewarding life. You need to believe in the possibility of having the life you want, of being happy, of being loved, of all the things that you want in your life. Open your mind to that possibility that you can have it, and allow yourself to envisage yourself having it. Step into the picture as if you're there now and feel how good it feels. And then that will fire your hope, will fire your hunger, will fire your desire, and that will lead you to take the action to make it happen. And then really you need to step into that deserving place. Using affirmations, I deserve to be happy. That might feel really awkward at first. It might feel a bit selfish at first, but actually it's not. It's been true to you. It's been true to the inner, what's on in the inside of you. It's been true to your truth, if that's a way to put it. I deserve to be happy. I deserve to live a life I love. I deserve to be rewarded by life. You do deserve to have the feel-good feelings. I don't believe life is meant to be difficult, a chore, a treadmill, and all those things. I know we have challenging experiences. I understand that. I've had more than my share over the years of challenging experiences and difficult circumstances. But being alive means being alive to all life's moments, not just the one you choose. And, when you are truly alive and allow yourself to feel the emotions you feel and take on the learnings and lessons from every challenge and difficulty that comes your way, you start realizing life is an educational process, one that brings mystery and brings magic. And it's, a magical experience which leads you step by step through all life's learnings, through every journey you go through, leads you bit by bit home to your higher self. It's, an educational, magic, mysterious process. And, to me, miracles happen every day in life. And we have to be open to those happening. And we have to really be open to the wonder of life and see it as precious, as wonderful, as us deserving of living an amazing life. And we need to get our head and our heart in alignment so that, we listen. We actually don't do what our head tells us to do if our heart is telling us something different. Ideally, we want them all to be going in the same direction. And we want that real marriage of the focus and the flow, the masculine drive and make it happen energy with the feminine allowing energy, receiving mode. And instead of moving forward with fear or resistance of a bleak future, you need to move forward with love for yourself and value and respect for yourself, of deserving of a really bright future. I hope that makes sense. I know today is one of those funny days because it's a bank holiday here in the UK. It's a bit quieter. I've actually been off all weekend and been very quiet on social media this weekend, which is not really like me, but I really felt the need to nourish and feed my soul. And so today, I've come in from the garden just to do this live at 5. And I hope to those of you that have managed to come on live, Shari, it's good that you're here. Well done, Shari. Kaylin, well done. It's lovely to see you as well. Lynn and Deborah, it's just been brilliant that you have been able to come and enjoy. And oh, and I've just found out that Noah is watching too. So yeah, hi. For any of you who want to know, Noah's my little grandson. Noah is actually my youngest grandchild at the moment, and he's 4 and he is just amazing. So Noah, thank you so very much for coming on and watching Granny today, and Granny loves you. I love you always. Yeah, and so probably I'm going to finish off on that, and I hope that what I've just done there actually sows some seeds in your mind of the importance of love and how you deserve to be loved, to feel love. You have to give love and show love, and it's something that we all deserve to feel and be in love, and so it be in life. So I think, yeah, step into that real deserving place. And I think just to finish off, I saw a quote earlier. I'm actually, as some of you know, I'm writing a book, and what I was looking for a quote earlier on to actually find, you know, to put at the beginning of a chapter, and I came across one by Oprah Winfrey. So I think I'll just share it with you because it's quite appropriate to what we've been talking today. So it says, Oprah's words are, there's a difference between thinking you deserve to be happy and knowing that you are worthy of being happy. You being alive makes worthiness your birthright. You alone are enough. And I think just breathe that one in. You being alive is, makes worthiness your birthright. And I think, you know, that's just, you need to see the worth and the value in you. You have as much right as any other person on this earth to be happy, to live a life you love, to create a lifestyle that you love. And just as I know that I am in a really blessed place now and have a lifestyle I love, and I have created the changes for myself over many years, know that you can too. And I say one of the biggest things that made that difference for me was stepping into a deserving place and doing things out of a love and value and respect of myself, rather than from a place of fear or resistance of a bleak future. So thanks for watching, and any topic you want me to talk about next week, I'll be back at live at 5 next Monday. So please, any topic that you want, that you'd really appreciate a perspective on life of, please let me know. You can email me, Maureen@MaureenSharphouse.com. You can private message me on Facebook. You can put in your comments below. Again, excuse me, if you're watching the replay, stick any comments below. I will come back and answer every single comment or question that's left. I very much appreciate you being here. I am here for you, coming from a place of service. And, you know, these live at 5s are my way of giving, my way of being able to put, you know, my experience, my life experience and my years of training as a life coach and mentor to good use. To, if anything that I have said today has helped you just think differently in any way about any aspect of your life, then actually, you know, then I'm doing my job. You know, to me, that makes me a happy lady. You know, if anything that I have said has just allowed you to open your mind to the possibility of creating that change that you've maybe been thinking about for a while and haven't done, of helping you step in today into that more deserving place of really seeing you deserve that lifestyle and that life that you love. And also, you know, just giving a different perspective on things, then actually, you know, that for me is a really good reason to be here and do these live at 5s. But remember, I'm here for you. So any topic you want, please ask. I'm more than happy. And, you know, I'm not here saying you have to live your life in certain ways. I'm here just sharing my experience, sharing my thoughts, sharing my years of experience as a life coach, in the hope that something that I say is going to be really beneficial or helpful to you, or open your mind to new ways of thinking or living. So thanks for being here. And yeah, oh, Elaine, welcome. You've just joined. And I say, obviously, I'm just about to go, but hopefully you can watch the replay and catch up. And yeah, it's been really good you joined. Lynn, thank you for being here. Noah, thank you. Kaylin, Shari, Deborah, thank you for being here live. I appreciate it. I know it's Bank Holiday Monday and the sun is shining here in Scotland. So I'm going to sign off. I'm actually going to go outside and I'm going to actually have a glass of wine because my husband's off today too. And we're just going to go and have a glass of wine and sit out in the sunshine. So take care. I shall be back in the morning with morning affirmations with Maureen. And yeah, be you, be happy, be awesome, and step into that deserving place. You deserve to live that life you love. Take care.